Oh man. Offseason begins. Dak and Mike at it again. Oh God.
Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, man. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Purgatory, here we come.
Oh man.
Are you sure that it's purgatory? Because I was told that hell is repetition.
Ooh. Yeah, it's hard to believe in this, bro. Come on, let's just be honest, man. It's hard to believe in this. It was too bad of an embarrassment going out, man. For real. You know?
If you ain't gonna give me, it look like they finna play us dead in our face with no change. And that's something I can't accept.
Talk.
I can't accept that.
What you mean no change, man? They playing us with no change?
No change after that display?
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
And then I got to thinking, well, maybe we can get, if we ain't gonna get a new DC, maybe we can get a new OC. Bro, they just hired that man last year, bro. He ain't going nowhere.
Are you sure?
He ain't going nowhere, bro.
Are you sure that we cannot make him a sacrificial lamb?
Bro, they just hired this man. He barely even got his hands on the offense.
So they fired Mike Nolan after one season?
True. But what did he do so egregious? Mike McCarthy said it was his offense and it was Dak offense.
Well, it might not be what he did. It might be what they need moving forward. It might be it's not a you thing. It's a me thing. Like,
it's gonna be one of them situations when niggas when people arguing. My bad. When people arguing, and then when people arguing, right? And then next thing you know, somebody be like, "What you laughing at?" and just blame it on them. That's what it's gonna be, I guess. It's gonna be one of them situations.
Man. All right, so we gonna kick this off, man. We gonna give them a little bit of this 51 states. Cause you know it's 51 states now, right now. You with it now here. It's 51 states.
I'm with it.
All right. Yeah, the first time my boy wasn't with it. He with it now. He know what it is. Boss Land got 51 states. Let's go. Let's go. Go give y'all a good show today, man. This the right team for it. Let's go.
Look, I-35 with the top down, quick to tell a hater they should get like me. Seem like everybody wanna be the boss, but it costs and these lames ain't like me. Drop a couple bands on the crypto fans, no way go. I ain't gotta tell them what it is. Tell them I'm a grown man, so you'll never fool me with the cap you be selling to the kids. Shorty, we the lords of the land, we wavy. Bad little mama tryna have a baby. In a coupe seat color like gravy. Children of the sun, why these so shady? Boss talk with the wolf pack, I ain't never look back. Got a couple bands and I flip that. I be chillin' with my shorty, got the crib on karate. Keep up, little baby, that's a kickback. Can't flex on that, living hate free. But he say real, but I know that can't be. Payin' for the late fee. Hit her from the side till I get home safely. Got 3 chains on me, neck strong, then a checks long, then a I'm up now. And I make little baby feel good in the hood. Around you, shorty can't put a cup down. Glide through your hood like soap on a runway. No sleep, check a bag on a Sunday. Get it in a moment, I don't gotta say one day. Be cool, he don't really want gunplay. Slide to your side like a spoon on ice cream. Say I'm falling off, baby, that's a pipe dream. Everybody win when they ball for the right team.
We don't believe that no more.
Not at all.
We don't believe that no more.
Everybody win when you don't play for this team.
For real. My boy Landlord started something. He called you Slam Williams.
Yeah.
He wants to know, will you adopt that name from being a slam artist like how you did up from Detroit, man? When you think about adopting the name Slam Williams.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rent, for real. For real. For real. For real. take a trip for real. Take a loss, I never trip for real. Been a shot, I'm not a lick.
Boy, Henny creeping through the fall.
So it's on my hip for real. Make a move and you get hit for
And then he
real.
post up.
No pictures by the crib for real. Can't let
Let's go.
Sir.
All right, we here to work. We here to work, man. So, Hen, I know we was talking earlier before we kind of kicked it off. You was saying something about the poll test that's likely going on with.
Yeah, man. You know, they be trying to lighten the blow. The same thing happened when they would talk about Mike McCarthy, man.
Yep.
You know, they up here, David Moore dropping articles. Why is a good thing if Mike McCarthy come back and not? Same thing going on with Dan Quinn. So, you know, there's a report out. They're not going to outright fire Dan Quinn. If Dan Quinn don't get a job, a job, he's going to probably come back and be the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator for 2024. And I died a little bit on the inside when I heard that. I died a little bit on the inside. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is what you was talking about. That article
Correct.
that they was kind of lightening the blow. I see when they do this, they poll testing. In my opinion, they trying to get a sense of the voices. That's why we gotta always work hard to be united. For real, it's a mission that all of us come together on what's smart. But keep elaborating on that, Henny.
Why I died a little bit on the inside when I heard that Dan Quinn was coming back, possibly coming back? Because, man, let's keep it real. Dan Quinn defense is one-dimensional. Dan Quinn defense plays one particular way. Either they can rush the passer, get pressure, get sacks, or they get turnovers. Outside of that, what do they do well? They cannot stop the run. He does not match personnel well. He stays in nickel and dime a majority of his sets, even when team goes 12 personnel, 13 personnel, 21, 22. It don't matter. So, you know, you really felt only having Damone Clark as a traditional linebacker because of that. You were not able to ever stop running backs or the run game. Matter of fact, have we ever just lost a shootout to a football team? Has that ever happened? Since Dan Quinn has been here, had that been we lost the game 40-45? No, teams don't beat the Dallas Cowboys like that. Teams beat the Dallas Cowboys the same exact way. They run the football, they bludgeon us up front. And then when we finally start creeping up, and one thing that makes me mad, man, is that we will load the box with safeties. We will load the box with safeties. Instead of loading up with linebackers or having a bigger front. And then when we finally do creep up to the line of scrimmage, that when we get hit over the top with these play actions or these sail routes on the backside off of motion, like we get killed with all that stuff. So there are glaring holes in his defensive philosophy that has not really gotten better. In fact, if you look at the numbers from 2021 to 2022, there was a slight drop off in the defensive production. From 2022 to this year, there was a slight drop off in the defensive production. So no, I'm not happy with Dan Quinn coming back. And the same thing I told Landlord, man, I feel like we trauma bonded with Dan Quinn. He came to us in a time of our lives. For real. Dan Quinn came to us in a time of our lives when we were horrible. We were one of the worst defenses in Dallas Cowboys history. So, you know, he came, got the helms. He was a defensive coordinator with pedigree. He had won a Super Bowl, you know, as a coordinator, been to a Super Bowl as a head coach. So we thought, cool, he's the man for the job. And we saw instant results when we got Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs made a jump in his development of the upcoming year. And you went from being an awful defense to an elite pass defense, and you still middling run defense, right? He never been a good coordinator in stopping the run just because of his philosophy. So I don't really want Dan Quinn back. I would prefer to get a defensive coordinator who is not one-dimensional. If you cannot stop the run, pretty soon teams are going to stop just throwing the football against you. Especially this upcoming year, man. Like, you play a bunch of hard-nosed football teams this upcoming season. You play the AFC North. The Browns are going to run the football. The Ravens are going to run the football. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to run the football. Right? Everybody that you're going to play for the NFC North is going to run the football. the Eagles are probably going to get some common sense and start running the football against us again. Because they saw that they couldn't rely on Jalen Hurts to throw the football 30, 40 times, right? So you would think that a better coaching decision would them to get back to running the ball. So it's not like it's going to be something that we can just gloss over. We've tried to get past the fact that Dan Quinn defense is one-dimensional by scoring a bunch of points with the offense, by doing everything else. We try to get around it. But at this point, you need to actually be able to do that job. You need to actually be able to stop the run, and I don't think that Dan Quinn is going to commit to that. Because Landlord, let me ask you real quick. What do we say about Dan Quinn and linebackers?
He don't give a care about linebackers.
Your boy say he don't give a care.
I already messed up earlier, so
you did good, bro. You did fantastic.
He don't give a care about.
Thank you, bro.
He don't give one iota about.
Not at all. Not at all. That's the furthest thing for what he wants to do is play a linebacker, because he showed you actions speak louder than words. Instead of going to get a Bobby Wagner, there were mutual interests. He told you that Marquise Bell was going to be a linebacker for you. Who was a safety. He said he gonna put some weight on him. He gonna play safety, just like he did with Keanu Neal, who was a safety that he wanted to bulk up and play linebacker because he wants to. He prefers the ability to guard tight ends and running backs and be a coverage guy over actually shooting the gap and being a physical run stopper. So that's just philosophy. And as long as he has the same philosophy, I cannot have Dan Quinn back. Give me Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. Why?
That's who I prefer, because Mike Vrabel cares about linebackers. You know what I'm saying? No child left behind, no linebacker left behind with Mike Vrabel. And it would not be, a total shift in all principles. They still would run a 4-3 front, 4 down defensive linemen and 3 linebackers. Just in this case, the 3 linebackers will actually be linebackers and not safeties. Right, so you don't have to get anybody outside of their comfort zone. DeMarcus Lawrence won't have to learn a new skill set. Michael Parsons and them won't have to learn a new skill set. And I believe that Mike Vrabel can get some better quality linebackers in. So it's pretty much the same thing. Why I want to, even if we move on from Schottenheimer, which I don't think we will. I think we discussed that slightly before when the show was going to come on. I still want somebody that's from a West Coast tree. Because I don't want to completely throw away everything from the offense, right? There were some situational play calling and things that I didn't like from Mike McCarthy this year, but I think that you still need to keep Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and these offensive players in the West Coast scheme so they can build upon what they did, put in place this year. Like I do want to have some continuity, and I want the same thing on the defensive side of the football. Because if I go from a 4-3 to a 3-4, I got to change most of my personnel around. I don't have the personnel to have a 3-4 defense off the bat right now. Because the most important thing people forget is not really about the linebackers. You need a super dominant defensive tackle if you're going to be a great 3-4 defense. You need your Warren Sapp if you're going to sit there and play 3-4 defense.
Absolutely. But I was just about to say, as far as we talking about Dan Quinn, from the beginning, I was one of the people that said that I had questions about his philosophy and his approach in defense, man. And, I realized that I thought for a second that maybe I'm just an old man. Maybe I'm just still with the old ways, the old world. Maybe I still need to go shop at Ross and H&K and all them other old man stores and wear some suits and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought that I could possibly modernize my way of thought, but I think I was right all along. I said at first, I was like, man, I got to get hip. I got to go get me some Nike jogger suits and something like that to try to get a little hip.
Adapting to the young dude.
I tried, bro. Yeah. I know I'm still a person from the old way, boss. So I try to modernize.
We all
thought
times. Like that too, Landlord. We've all thought. Am I tripping? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah,
bro.
I try to modernize my way of thought, but I know it's certain staples in football that you must have. You must have a linebacker. You must not play all of these little DBs. You must have size. You must have physicality. It's certain things that you can't substitute in football. You must have some dominant people. You must have some scary people over there that's not afraid of it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like maybe sometimes you get trailblazers that change that thought process, that make me like, okay, maybe. And then I sit back and be like, let me see the results before I go crazy. And now I've done that. I think I've gave Dan Quinn plenty of years, at least 2 years, to do it his way. Because, man, Boss, you know, when I seen them boys from the end zone view on that film that day, I called Boss immediately. I said, Boss, these dudes is too little, bro. Ain't no way you finna tell me you gonna stop the run with these boys. And it ain't even about their weight. It's about their frame. These dudes are skinny. Like, Kurtz look like he's supposed to be a power forward in the NBA. You got Donovan Wilson look like he's supposed to be playing cornerback. Like, them boys are not big enough to be enforcers like that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's afraid to run. And then one thing you see, you can't be small on the back end far as safeties go and small as linebackers and not have no dominant players on the defensive line. You just struggling on all areas when it comes to physicality. All it takes is a big, bad, mean, nasty group to come in here and smack y'all in the mouth. That's all it takes. And we seen that over and over. Buffalo did it to us. Then we seen Miami ran the ball against us. We seen Arizona run the ball against us. We just, that's all it takes is a mindset like we are finna run the ball. Luckily, the Giants didn't get the note because they probably could have ran the ball on us. You see what I'm saying? If they would have been smart enough, they might have would have just been able to hand it to Saquon and do some damage against us. We don't know. But they wanted to do another game plan when they played us. But, man, you mean to tell me all they got to do is make up their mind and say, I am finna run this ball on the Cowboys, and then now you got an automatic dub. That's sad, bro. That's sad. And we see these linebackers are not blowing up no blocks at all. They don't want to meet the blocks head on. I seen Damone Clark. I seen this man try to wiggle around the block, Boss. He didn't want no smoke at all. So, like, that's concerning to me right there, man. Like, we know he's coming off the spinal fusion surgery, and he probably don't want to be that physical, but, you know, I need my linebackers reckless. I need my linebackers to not care nothing about their body at the time of contact. You know what I'm saying? Just go hit somebody. So we got a lot of problems on this defense, man. And Dan Quinn, I don't know if he the answer because he's doing all this same old stuff. Like, bro, we seen it didn't work year before last. And what we said, it don't work in the playoffs. It don't work in the big games. You can do all of that against all these regular season people. But in the playoffs, people are going to stop playing, they're going to stop having fun, and they're going to just hit you in the mouth. They're going to do what the most effective thing they can do to you, which is run the ball. So if you sit up here and allow that, I don't know what to do for you. And then on top of that, you be lacking in the run game, and then you get passed on like crazy this game. Man, you can't stop the run or the pass. So what I supposed to do with this? I said, man, they said one of his plays, Boss, and I'm going to leave this alone. They said one of his plays, bro. They said Luke Musgrave, which is a rookie, tight end. They said this man was 17 yards open. And I said, listen, they said that's the most open any player been all year, bro. In any game, not just the Cowboys, not just the playoffs, not just the NFC, any game this season, Luke Musgrave, which is a rookie tight end that just came in the league, this boy got milk behind his ears. He was 17 yards open, bro. And you can't tell me our defense ain't better than that. So that's unacceptable. That right there, bro, that's a disgrace. I can't make that right. I said this, and this gonna be my closing argument on this dude. I said, man, when I see that, we seen Aaron Jones run for 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. We see Luke Musgrave had the most open play in NFL history. Now, you mean to tell me, I said this just like your son coming to you and say, here, daddy, here go my report card. And this man got nothing but F's on it all over the report card. Like, listen, you can't talk light to him, boss. Like, you can't smooth that over. You can't hit him with a motivational speech if he got all else, bro. That's when you need a behind whipping right there, right? You need to take your belt off, because I can't take that. I will not accept that, bro. You mean to tell me you didn't try at all? That's what I got from Dan Quinn. That defense deserved all else coming out of that game against Green Bay, bro. I can't take that. I would not accept that. Will not.
Hey.
Nope. You nope. Henny, nope.
I just had to ask you something. Boss, before I let you go, man. I'm gonna let you cook. I just had to ask you something.
All right, because you know I'm antsy, bro. I'm antsy as hell, bro.
I just had to ask you something, man. I just want to know.
I might not answer.
I just want to know. Should it not be a fireable offense that they had Monty Smith on the Jenny Craig diet? Had that man lose 40 pounds and move to a 3T. That should be a fireable offense in of itself. Am I not mistaken? Like, you drafted what you sold me to be the best run-stopping defensive tackle in the draft, and you neutered him.
Coach Fowler in a bit. He said, "Boss, did you see the Big Mike press conference? That shit was sad. Some of the things he said had me shaking my head. Listen."
This Nate Fowler Sr.?
Yes, sir. That's him.
Salute to Mr. Fowler.
They better sign Fowler back too.
Listen, y'all. I'm gonna be honest to answer your question, Coach. And I think I got the perfect picture of how everybody's feeling.
we smiling, but we sad in the back.
We trying to put on that face to hope, but it's like, bruh, you know, it's like, bruh, y'all really trying to talk us out of common sense, and it ain't working, bro. It just ain't working, man. I got a couple of things I'm gonna say. Number one, with Dan Quinn, I am off the players coach train for the rest of my life. I don't want to hear nothing about no players coaches. I don't want to hear nothing about they love them. If I hear anything about players loving coaches, I'm going to get leery. I'm serious. Because loving me and fearing me is I'd rather you fear me than love me. For real. And this is another thing I'm gonna say too, man. I think I finally figured out Dan Quinn. See, when you look at Dan Quinn, you see the demeanor of a player's coach. You see the demeanor of a guy that you can imagine putting on a helmet, like you go see on one of these pictures. He down there with his guys, demonstrating.
I'm one of the guys.
But deep down, he's a nerd.
Wait a minute.
I said what I said.
Hold on.
I said what I said.
Wait a minute.
Deep down, he ain't nothing but a nerd. Now, he good though. He good now. Like, we not gonna throw all the baby out. We ain't gonna throw the whole baby out. It's a lot of good on him. I love how he knew exactly what he wanted. I love how he knew the type of players he wanted, the type of speed he wanted. He had a vision, right? But he a nerd. This is what I mean. Like when Belichick said, I played the Belichick interview where he was just going on and on and on about Dallas, okay? And he said something that a lot of people didn't catch. He said, and they do some unorthodox things with their No. He said they do some things with some of their players, the versatile players, like taking people like Curse and LVE and putting them on the line of scrimmage. He said, which is unorthodox. See, listen, y'all. See, when Bill Belichick, a fundamental smart defensive coach, says that right there is unorthodox, that's not a good thing, y'all. See, we called you mad scientist. See, you used to be the guy that was high on the science. See, we pumped your head up so much that now you high on the mad. You know what I mean? You don't went mad. You got Mozzie losing 80 pounds. You got Bell playing middle. You got Curse playing middle. You had LVE coming off the defensive end and taking away snaps from former lottery picks like Fowler. Come on, what are we doing? Nerd. That was nerd ball. I'm just gonna be honest on what it is. And see, when you look at him, his demeanor tricks you. You see this tough look, the goatee, the Air Force, the Jordans, the hat backwards. Deep down, if he was my boss and he was in corporate America, he would have some glasses, a pen. He would be that guy. Hey, Marcus. Hey, we was looking at the report, and you're doing good on your rate. We need you to pick it up a little bit.
He can calculate numbers really, really fast.
That's him, bro. He's a nerd. It took me a while to see it, and he's too mad.
Let me piggyback off what you were saying, man.
All right, go for it. I'm dead serious.
I'm thinking like the way Dan Quinn is, man. Like I said, that players coach stuff, it just don't. It's not the best way to attack these guys, bro.
Nope.
It's just not.
They rebellious.
When you got young players who's unproven, we said, we already anointing these dudes like they just kingpins already, and they really ain't accomplished nothing. We giving them everything, all the fame, all the support in the world, and they really don't have to work for it in Dallas. Like, hey, did you hear what Steve Young said? It was a lot of truth in that. Like, he a op, but he told a little truth with that. Like, we get these boys stardom before they even accomplish much in Dallas. That's just who we are. We do it, and the fan base so strong. You more famous than some of these all-pro players out here. You see what I'm saying? And you just a normal guy. So other places, they have to earn that right. They have to earn that respect. So I asked this question, boss, and I want one of y'all to answer this, because I said it on my show, and I was talking to myself, and it wasn't a rhetorical question. Okay, I wanted an answer. Okay. Listen, if you're a guy that coming to Dallas and you're not fueled by championships and real accomplishments, what would be your incentive to go hard for it? Think about it. When you come in the door, you get fame. You come in the door, you get fame. You got all this opportunity for endorsements and everything. Your followers go up. Your platforms.
You gonna get paid for events, and you can be a third team.
You want to do. Listen, you could be one of the faces of the league and you barely even making plays.
Lucky
Dallas.
Everybody knew about Lucky Whitehead in Dallas, to your point.
Yeah.
So, boss, what's the incentive? I want y'all to go. I want one of y'all to go first, then the other one go second. What's the incentive for somebody who's not naturally motivated by actually winning championships to go hard in Dallas? What's the incentive?
The only incentive is money. Unless you're just trying to play your way into a contract.
I meant to say that money is a part of it, though. So that you're gonna get paid. My bad. Go ahead. That money and fame is already there. So that my bad. Go ahead.
But I mean, like not a second contract. You know, some like we know there are some folks that come in to Dallas. There's a bunch of hype around them, and they end up getting traded and spending most of their career as a special teamer. I'm not just gonna say who the hell I'm talking about, but we know different. We know different, situations like that. So really, that's the only incentive. But you're all right, man, because we were hype about Deuce Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? We were hype about Deuce Vaughn, sixth round pick running back, 5'5", 5'6". We just knew he was gonna come in and be Darren Sproles. Way we talked about him, and we do. And listen, part of us do it now with DeMarvin Overshown. This man ain't played a snap in the NFL yet.
Man, I love
Deuce Vaughn made national news.
Okay,
Deuce Vaughn made national news. I just wanted to put that in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we changing it. It's Boss Land Henny. God damn it. Excuse me for cursing. Whoo, go ahead though.
But for real, like, and listen, it's cool to be hyped about skill set and stuff when you're a content creator. You've seen a man in training camp, but there's people that don't know nothing about football that are hype about the Marvin Overshown right now.
We the bless Overshown. Ooh.
just because he's from Texas, he from Texas, played linebacker, signed with the Dallas Cowboys. They just know he finna go crazy.
Man, look, soon as draft night over with, them boys followers go up by 100K a night. We make them boys stars instantly. And then look, we do support this team, so it's hard to tell a fan base not to support their team. Our fan base just so strong. I just feel like we need to be a little more sedated with our support. Like, okay, well, I ain't finna make too many videos about this dude. He ain't even got on the field yet. I ain't finna buy this dude jersey. He ain't even made a Pro Bowl yet. I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might need to be a little more sedated with the way we support some of these dudes, bro. Because if they getting the fame, if they getting the accolades, because look, we voting these dudes in the Pro Bowl, some of them might not even deserve it.
Look at this. Let's just keep it real. Coach Fowler keeping it real. He said, we came to Dallas to win a championship, not this Hollywood mess. Listen, y'all, it's real. I know people think we play. It's real, bro. And listen, I was talking to some strangers this morning that's not even Dallas fan, and they was talking about how Hollywood we are, man. Like everybody can see this is a Hollywood team. Now, and then me and Coach Moor were just talking that a front running team. It's true. It is true. Yeah.
I ain't denying no more.
I want to say that one more time in case people didn't hear me. I'm super cool, and I don't care at all about players, coaches in Dallas. I think it ruins them. I mean that. Listen, that's why you know why nobody believing in Dallas right now? Because you're running it back with guys that we know are player friendly. With an undisciplined team, it don't go together. It doesn't go together. Plus, this is the main reason I don't like Dan Quinn nor Mike McCarthy coming back. I'ma say it, and I need more people to get my back on this when I say it. Who is the person or coach that's gonna push back about the Bastards versus Sons?
We would have had somebody else that had to be Belichick. Somebody like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, there's nobody to push back. There's nobody to say, hey, man, I know you like to start these drafted guys over budgets, but at the same time, we got to win. We got to start. And then, you think so much in accounting. And a lot of times when you come from a privileged situation like they do, like think about what the Joneses do every day. Every day people open up your doors. Every day people kissing your ass. Every day you pointing fingers and telling people what to do. You don't really know how to be a part of a team. You don't really know how to get along. You don't really understand morale because everybody do what you say. So now you're in a situation where you have no direct knowledge of how to be a part of something, only to be the boss of everything. So you managing everything from numbers. That's all you do. You manage everything from numbers. Oh, we want to start these guys over the free agent guys because it's going to be cheaper. But what you don't factor in, because you not seeing it, you're only seeing it from a privileged situation, you're not factoring in. Whenever we start starting these drafted guys of our free agents that earned it, it hurts morale. See, they don't even think about that. See, they don't know how to read the room. All the fans are sitting here with these announcements of Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy like, are you serious? You finna put that back? You finna run it back with what we just saw with Green Bay? We supposed to be hopeful?
Sad business.
I got a clip I gotta play for y'all, man, and I think it perfectly. And I'm gonna play the rest of this clip. I got this clip because Foster King called in yesterday to the Final Word. And it was such a fire 7 minutes that I made a drop of bro, because I think he perfectly described the situation. And it's almost like a tweet. When somebody get the tweet right, you ain't gotta steal they tweet. Just retweet it with a little bit of your commentary. You know? Watch this. Listen to this. Hold on, let me turn this Let me turn this off. Listen.
But let me just say this, bro. I'm utterly disgusted with the fan base, bro, and honestly, some of the players, because my problem is this, right? We talked about it for 2 hours last night about the coaching staff and you know the devotion, honestly, to mediocrity. And as I slept with it and I sat on it, boss, I really thought about something.
Mm-hmm.
The players want McCarthy back because he doesn't push them.
Man.
They're not disciplined. And so, like, you always like the cool teacher, but you remember your hardest teacher.
Oh my God. I'm gonna just stop it right there. You always like the cool teacher, but you remember the hardest teacher. Go ahead.
Man, he ain't lied though, man. Because listen, this is the same way that folks used to treat the substitute teacher. We being honest, man. Like some of them folks was a mug, but you know they ain't finna do nothing half the time. Man, folks being there on their phone, chilling, might leave the class, come back. So, but he ain't telling no lie about that, man. Like you really deep down, especially when you get older, you respect the harder teacher way more than the pushover.
Man.
At the end of the day, a lot of folks need structure, man. Like, and let's go even further with this, man. Like this is a business. This is a job. Like these dudes are already millionaires. Most of these guys are first generation kids with money. Not everybody is where they want to be in life in their level of maturity yet, man. Not every one of these NFL players got wives and kids. Some of these dudes are fresh in the league, first time having some real money, first time really being, just out in the world with the ability to make these kind of make mistakes. So you probably need an authority figure or some kind of structure in place just for the young players. Even our team is young as hell, man. Dak Prescott is the oldest offensive player outside of the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
When you think about it. So, especially in a situation like this, you're a semi-young team. I know folks will talk about how young the Green Bay Packers are. They're the youngest team. The Dallas Cowboys are the second youngest team in the National Football League. But folks don't talk about that. But you buddy with a bunch of 24-year-olds.
True. You can't really do it in that manner in my opinion, because like you said, you looking at Mike McCarthy like he's this this companion. He's your homeboy. He's your friend. You know what I'm saying? He's your buddy at the end of the day. But like, it is a slippery slope in Dallas though, bro. Because I feel like in certain situations you need a little more structure, a little more security. It's like putting your car in the trap, opposed to being parked in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? You need a lock, but you might make sure you got it locked in a dangerous neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So you need to make sure you got a top-notch security system around when you got a toxic environment like we do in Dallas. Like it's no denying, like Dallas is a toxic environment with the from the structure from the top all the way to the bottom. It's toxicity all through there. So you need to make sure you got a decent level of structure. And to Henny point, these are young men. Some of these young men might have didn't have, a nice family structure. They might have didn't have a lot of stuff that they actually seen in like authority-wise at all. So you need to bring some of these players in and implement a level of structure in their life. And like you said, you can't do that if you my buddy, because your buddy gonna let you get away with stuff all the time. Your buddy gonna be like, man, you good, bro, even though he know you screwed up. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that you actually fear, and I went on that on my show the other day, boss. I said the same stuff. I'd rather somebody, the people that you love, they gonna disrespect you the most. Actually, they know they can get away with it. People you love do stuff that people that you don't love when they'll do. You know what I'm saying? And the people that respect you, respect comes with an element of fear. You must have fear inside of that respect. And if you don't really have respect in that regard. So maybe, Mike needs to get a little more stern, but like, just like Steve Young was saying, man, if Jerry Jones don't empower Mike, it'll never be like that, bro. I just want y'all to know, like, it'll never be like that because it's like the kids with the lenient parent and then the parent that's strict. He know for a fact anytime he wants something that he probably shouldn't have, he gonna go to the lenient parent. You know what I'm saying? And hope the strict parent don't hear. So every time Mike McCarthy say something, they in the back of their mind, regardless if it's in their subconscious or not, they gonna be like, man, I'm gonna wait to see what Jerry say. And just how it is, so it messed the structure up.
So check this out. So this dude, he taking a small little dig at me. He said this dude had y'all believing Belichick was coming. Bro, it is not my fault that you slow. It is not my fault, bro. It's not my fault that you don't do research. So I've done a lot of research on this. And those of us who really keep up know that Belichick was doing things in his press conferences that he never was doing. He never was going on and on and on and on about no teams but Dallas. He knew everything about Dallas, displayed it down to how long the scouts been with Will McClay. So some of y'all, like, I could tell, and I can even look at you and tell that you horrible with the ladies just by your face, right? See,
Yikes.
Any real ladies man don't need all the clues. They ain't gotta, they ain't gotta just take off their bra in the car for you to realize that they want you. When you can look at the clues. So let me give you a clue. When somebody is basically treating all the other teams, right, like trash when they have to do post-game interviews, he hardly ever talk. But then this one particular female, whenever she's around you, she always looking you in your eye. She always playing with her hair. She always serving you food while ignoring everybody else. She like you, dummy. So, like, if you go come here and take a shot, know what you talking about.
So you saying she gonna have to go on tongue kiss him for him to know?
She the one. She gotta literally take off her whole underwear in the car, pull up her skirt for him to figure it out. You big old dummy. So then some of y'all also need to understand the difference between lobbying for an idea and believing that ideas go happen. So you lobby for an idea when you want it to happen.
Yeah, and I already know your stance, boss. We know what we need. I'm sure the boss wasn't saying he's coming. You know what I'm saying? Boss saying he should come. We should go get
it. Makes sense to get him.
Yeah.
Say it loud. Don't be like him. Oh, it ain't gonna never happen. Because guess what? Now you got Mike McCarthy back. Because see, some of y'all so slow, you don't understand what they really doing. They are poll testing the voices. That's why they first had the media people come out and they start talking about and putting out articles. What if Mike McCarthy was to stay? Then they start looking at the trends of what are we saying together. If it looked like 60% cool with him coming back, 40% undecided, he coming back. If it would have been 80% like, man, we can't get, no, not after that loss, he's fired. Yeah. So anyway, man. So like,
public perception is powerful. Especially when they on the united front. You know what I'm saying? When everybody together, that's a hard thing to penetrate and go the other way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right about that, man. After so long, the Joneses gonna have to answer, bro. They're gonna have to answer to these questions. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm very discouraged at this point because it don't seem like nothing is gonna change, man. I don't see where you can even get change from right now then. Because like we said,
right.
Brian Schottenheimer got here last year. I don't know if you can make the case to just get him out the door outside of just finding a scapegoat. Then you just said Dan Quinn finna stay if he don't get a job. We need to be praying to the heavens that Seattle somebody sign this dude. He got 3 more interviews left. So we might need to be hoping to God that he gets signed. Cause if not, that's purgatory right there for me. Like you got hell over and over again. That's what it looks like.
And see, this is the thing. Let me say one more thing, Henny. Mm-hmm. The people that I can't stand is the people like that comment I just saw. Right? Because it's we out here working, right? Like Henny was the one who said before anybody, y'all talking about the Rams dangerous. The first person to really say it was Henny, based on real research, right? So He out here doing work, and then you'll get somebody who should be a part of the team, right? Pushing good ideas. They hating, right? So, and you know they hating when they refer to Landlord like this dude, or Henny like this dude, like they ain't doing nothing special. Like you can't refer to them by their name.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all something. See, some of y'all, you show it with your envy, but what you really should be doing is joining the team. You should be joining to support the movement who have proven, if you really paying attention, that we really want what you want. We want what you want, and we uncompromised. So when you see Landlord and you see Henny, who spent way too much time defending themselves the other day talking about Dak, they never should have had to one time. Not even one time, because they already proved that they want what you want. So I want to say one more thing. I want to say one more thing and pass it to Henny or you, Landlord, whoever. I don't care who take this. We still got to win with these guys, though. It's almost like Schoonmaker. We ain't like the pick, but he ours. So we go kind of transition the conversation to what are some of the ways to help Mike McCarthy, help Dan Quinn, and then we go even say help Dak. We can start wherever y'all want to start.
Go ahead.
So I'll start with what Mike McCarthy has to do to be better at his job, right? I don't know if he needs to bring in upgraded the offensive coordinator position, or if he needs to get an offensive consultant. But Mike McCarthy has not fully modernized his West Coast offense. Dallas Cowboys still finish way too low in motion usage, and that is the way the NFL has gone right now. If your team does not utilize motion at a high percentile, you are a dinosaur. Right, every team has stolen the motions from Miami. Kansas City already had a heavy motion offense. Motion offense is new is new wave, and it helps your quarterback out. It helps you identify the coverages. It helps you get leverage. It helps you get separation. Because you can't press nobody that's running across the field. So one thing that Mike McCarthy must do is make sure that he greatly improves his motion rate going into the 2024 season. And if he's not comfortable with doing so, he needs to find somebody that can help him with it. The second thing the Dallas Cowboys must do offensively to be better, you can't be one-dimensional no more, man. We know every game going in, there was not a single game that we said, man, we're going to run the ball 30 times with Tony Pollard, we're going to win this thing. It always was spam lamb, in the words of my boy Landlord from Alabama.
Yep, spam lamb or nothing else.
Spam lamb. It's spam lamb. And really, it's spam lamb. And I know Jake Ferguson has came on. He got better over the course of the season. Brandon Cooks did a little bit better at the second half. But you got one offensive weapon in the passing game that you can really depend on, and you have no running game. Right, so I'm not. He said, "What happened to the analytics team? Did their numbers show we was gonna get our ass kicked?" Amp, don't you do that? He might.
Now, boss, you talking about the nerves
on the sideline?
I was talking about the nerves. Them the nerves right there.
Man, them nerves, boy. Don't get
them
me started.
Nerves right
See,
there.
F know how to crank me up, bro. That's the thing about F. F know how to really crank me up, bro. Let me pick you back on Henny real quick, unless you had something, Landlord. Did you have something?
I was just about to say, like you said, man, you just can't go off of that, man. Like the numbers and stuff, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just from poverty and old school vibes, but bro, football don't supposed to be glamorous at all. Like, football supposed to be nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to just be dirty. You supposed to go in there and just go to work, bro. It ain't nothing cute about it. You know what I'm saying? You might get fresh for game day, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind, bro. But we got our people out here living in luxury, man. So that's the type of team you're going to get. And I said that the other day. I said, if you don't empower the coach, who the team going to play like? Jerry Jones. Whoever the dominant figure is, they going to take the identity of him. And that's the problem to me.
I think I got something. All right, so when I'm looking at Mike McCarthy, right, I'm going to make a small little case. I want y'all to hear me out, all right? Mike McCarthy ain't got no problems in the regular season for the most part. Dak doesn't have any problems in the regular season for the most part. With Dak and Mike McCarthy, you're going to average about 10 to 12 wins a season. Dak is averaging every time he's healthy between 10 and 11 games. Wins. Okay?
Correct.
So, regular season not the issue to me. My issue is what's going to prepare him for the big games. And it's a couple of things. First thing I'm going to say is I think we need some Dak insurance. Some of y'all think when I'm saying Dak insurance that I mean competition for Dak. Nah. We need, to me, a quality plan B and quality plan if he got the dirt and headlights. It can't be an offense to where if Dak is not on, it's over.
Facts.
You have to now take very seriously the plan that I was talking about when I said the Governor Dak plan. Y'all remember that plan?
Facts.
So Governor Dak was the Dak that was the first part of the season. The one that you handcuffed a little bit, made him more conservative, right? Wanted the methodical long drives. You didn't want him earn it out, right? Now, we still was blowing teams out. We still was number 1 in 10 play drives. But when you see the deer in the headlights look, you can't be like, let's go with gun it Dak or spicy Dak, right? No, we need to be able to pull him back and say, okay, I'm seeing that look in his eye. Let's throttle him down. You see what I'm saying? Throttle him down. To me, that's how you help Mike McCarthy, right? If we talking about how to get over the hump, what's a real thing that can really put our offense in a way to where we could potentially win games that we just lost? I think it was because think about it. When you seeing that deer in headlights look, you don't want Dak throwing that thing around. So if we talking about Dak insurance, that means to me, you got to stock up on his weapons. You got to not only look at potentially another passing weapon, but also a solid running game. Solid.
I want to go sign a big boy. That's what I want to sign.
Like a Henry.
I want to sign Henry or Josh Jacobs or somebody.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, we speaking the same language, Landlord. We speaking the same.
Jacobs,
go
bro.
Get something to where if he's off, we not dead.
Wait a minute. This is what I want us to think about. And look, go sign Josh Jacobs, go sign Derrick Henry. But this the caveat right here. I don't care about how much it's gonna cost. I don't care, bro. That's y'all problem. If you want to win, go do what's necessary, bro. I'm sick and tired of us, all those Cowboy fans got to turn into accountants just to be able to try to hope this team can win. I don't care about the numbers, bro. I don't care. Go do it. Shit.
Expeditiously.
You said, hold up, I thought you was finna go. My bad. But yeah, go get it done then. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get Josh Jacobs. You can, and another big free agent. Cause listen, in certain big positions, I don't want to risk it to a draft problem. I don't want to risk it for that. I don't want to hope that this works. Linebacker, middle linebacker, that's a critical, pivotal position. Go sign Bobby Wagner. I don't care about how much it costs. This man was an All-Pro again. He's a free agent. And it's a quick fix. Go sign Bobby Wagner. Boom. Now you got a dominant linebacker that's a veteran dude that know everything, all the ins and outs of Dan Quinn defense. Boom, you got him. Now go get Josh Jacobs. I don't care how much money it costs y'all. Don't tell me what the salary cap says. Don't tell me none of that. Because all these other teams making big moves and they getting it done. I don't care about the future. At this point, I don't care. If you're gonna run it back, I don't care. That's none of our concern, bro. It's not our concern about how we gonna look 5 years from now. We don't care. If we on the win.
So you thinking about addressing it in free
right
agency? You want a proven 3-down back that's gonna take that pressure off of that.
Listen. That's why I said I need a big swing. I'm not finna get it in coaching. Look like, boss. It's look like we're not gonna get a big swing in coaching.
Would you even?
So
what about if
swing.
we drafted one? Like, would you trust Will McClay to draft one?
Which one is you
running
talking
back,
about? A
running back.
They gonna go cheap, boss. I'm gonna tell you right. They gonna go cheap. They gonna go get one in the 4th. And I ain't saying they ain't gonna be good, but
we ain't even got no 4th round picks.
They'll go. Dang, we ain't got no 5th round picks, right?
Nope.
We got a 4th though. Right?
So it got to be a premium pick of 1, 2,
Trey
3.
Lance, your 4th round pick.
Trey Lance,
we ain't got a 4th.
Don't do us like that.
Go free agent, bro. Look, then another thing. Listen, another thing, man. All I'm saying is, I know this stuff sounds outrageous and crazy because this Dallas. I don't care. Go trade some future picks from next year and go get somebody, bro. All this stuff is doable, bro. Like,
but you raising the point. You raising a good point on that running back, though. Maybe maybe you shopping at Neiman Marcus. Let me look at Marshalls real quick, right?
Saquon then.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I like Saquon.
You feel me? Let's see. I'm feeling you. Cause see, somebody that you can get for like $5 million. You know what I mean? Man, Steven Jones want to pay everybody $5 million. What?
Wait. We can't do this. We can't do this. He may want to spend $5 million. A $5 million running back is Tony Pollard. We seen what that shit is. We paid him 10, but he's a $5 million running back.
So you want to go 7, 8?
I need 7. I need 7, 8. You know, so I need 7, 8. The new 10 for running backs now.
That's real.
So, you know,
if you go 7, 8, you getting top shelf.
Man, we might get
you getting filet mignon.
The reason I said Josh Jacobs, me and him discussed it yesterday. He fit in the middle. Like,
yes.
He ain't as old as Derrick Henry, and he ain't as expensive as maybe Saquon might be. Or no, he's not as injury prone as Saquon might be. So, you know, he's a dog. We done seen him be an engine on a football team. Like, listen, we don't need to be going into these games, and then, like you said, it's Dak a bust, it's CeeDee Lamb a bust. And to be fair, though, that's not what we seen against Green Bay. I just want to put that out there. That's not what we seen. We didn't see Dak a bust. We didn't see CeeDee Lamb a bust. We didn't see that because that wasn't what we was doing. We had a whole nother offense. Like we flipped tendencies and did something else. So I can't even actually say that's what we had. Like, being real, we changed everything on offense and defense. We was a whole nother team. So like I just say that just to be fair. But I don't want to lean on Dak Prescott no more.
No.
Like we gotta realize that
that's not saying he's sorry.
No, we just gotta realize
it's just that you gotta recognize the pattern of what you're seeing and playing for it.
Yeah.
Man, boss, I said this about Dak Prescott. I said he might just be Tracy McGrady. Like he might put up all the numbers in the regular season.
Needs insurance.
Hey, he might just be Tracy McGrady, man. Cause like he listen, he had an All-Pro season this year, right? He had all the good numbers. Like Tracy McGrady was an All NBA player, but that man did not do a thing in no playoffs. That man never carried a team to the postseason. Matter of fact, the deepest he ever went was riding the bench for the San Antonio Spurs. Dak Prescott might be the same kind of player. See, he might not be
Jimmy Butler. We need a Jimmy Butler.
And see, and you know what, man?
Jimmy ain't won one yet.
I feel pretty certain.
At least his play go up in the playoffs, though.
I'm gonna say this.
It don't go down.
Cause see, the problem with Dak, we moving to Dak now, cause we talked about Mike McCarthy kind of fixing him a little bit. I do think you got to weapon up Mike McCarthy though.
Yeah,
I do.
Because Cooks wasn't enough.
What'd you say? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Cause see, I showed yesterday where we had Jermichael Finley right in SportsCon. He said something that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to. When they won the Super Bowl in Green Bay, he said we had 6 number ones. Cause other than that, unless Mike McCarthy had super weapons, he was about what he is now. Great in the regular season, and then he would get in the playoffs and so a lot of people think backwards, dude. They want to give him less. No, I think you need to give him more. I think you need to give him and Dak more.
Facts.
Fixing Dak. Let's talk about that.
Man,
give me a. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead. I want to hear y'all first because you know I can go.
Hey,
I'm full of ideas.
I'm gonna give you my thought, but I'm gonna read this comment for Coach Marv real quick. He had sent me on Twitter. He said, "Run it back. Remember the Bulls' last dance year. This is not the last dance situation. The last dance was a championship team with championship players and champion mentality, making one more run. This has all the signs of a death walk, not a dance." He wanted to get that out there. So I told him I'd do it. So I put it out there. I feel the same way, Coach. I hope they do some stuff to change my opinion on it over the course of the offseason. But man, Dak Prescott, and I think it's only in the postseason, man. I think you can leave everything the same way for Dak Prescott in the regular season. I really do, because regular season Dak, second year this offense, he gonna ball. Man, listen, Dak Prescott might be the league MVP next year. Yep. I'm gonna throw that shit out there for y'all. Like he's gonna be playing, because he's gonna get that extension. I'm just gonna throw that out. He's gonna get the extension, but he'll be playing under the new extension. He'll be he'll be in that second year of that offense. He's gonna put up some great numbers, in my opinion. So regular season Dak is fine. But like you said, man, like it's having the alternative for Dak Prescott in the postseason. Because one of the things that people forget about Dak Prescott over the course of his career, he has been exceptional when you utilize play action for him. Mm-hmm. So I think if you put him under center, you give him a run game, you don't give him the craziest looks, because if you consistently run the ball efficiently, right, a normal team is going to have to they're going to have to load the box. I mean, you're going to either have some version of cover one, either you're going to have some run blitz call for it. Either way, you'll have some iteration of one-on-ones on the outside. That's an easy ass read. CeeDee Lamb is going to beat one-on-one coverage no matter the situation that you put him in, especially when there's not other people in the middle of the field trying to rob routes. So you can run Dak Prescott into some favorable looks and then take advantage of that. That probably is going to be the most sound way of attacking defenses next year in the postseason. Because that's really the only thing that you got outside of utilizing maybe some more motion for Dak Prescott to give him an easier bead on the. And that is one thing I want to throw out there. Because Landlord, you are right. Because that was not our offense. We were in stagnant ass sets. They were not motioning anybody. We usually have exit motions. We used to have some orbit motions in our offense. We didn't do any of that, and we were at home. Like I understand on the road for communication purposes. I get, but the Dallas Cowboys usually do a lot of motion at home, and they did not do that in this playoff game. And that's one of the reasons why I felt that Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb were off a little bit.
Was it Vegas?
Man,
I'm just playing.
Vegas. It might have been Diddy.
No, I'm just talking.
Hey, I'm just talking.
Don't listen to me.
I'm just saying.
Nothing's off the table with me. I'm nefarious. Remember, nothing's off the table with me. But I'm like, I got a plan to fix Dak.
Let's go. Look, fix this.
The way I look at it, man, I wanna go back to retro Dak. 2016 Dak. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm gonna treat him like a rookie. I'm gonna say I'm gonna intensify what he did as a rookie and treat him, have him in the same role with a dominant run game. Now look, we did see him with a dominant run game. That was one of my problems with him, because I'm like, bro, we seen him with a dominant run game. We seen him with weapons everywhere. We seen him with wide receivers everywhere. But to be fair, we seen Dak with a dominant run game before he actually became Dak. You know what I'm saying? He was a young quarterback, and he was finding his way in the league with that run game. He heavily leaned on that run game because he wasn't all the way there yet. Now he's all the way there, and we can get a dominant run game, and that's something that he can lean on. Give him some actual play action looks. You know what I'm saying? Some real stuff that he can lean on as far as a run game. So like I said, in my opinion, go get a dominant running back. I don't care if it's Derrick Henry. He probably can give us a nice 1 or 2 year run and go upgrade the offensive line. Now, I don't know if y'all want to run with these centers and, these young offensive linemen we got like Bass and the other guy. What's the other guy? Hoffman. I don't know if y'all want to give them an opportunity, but if so, in the draft, I go, if I don't want to deal with them, I want to replace Tyler Biadasz. I'm sorry. I don't know how I feel like that's an upgradable position, and it needs to be upgraded. And if that's the case,
why you apologizing for him being? Why you apologizing for him being ass?
Some people might like him, so I'm just saying. These are the thoughts of Landlord. I don't represent these other two gentlemen here. This is my thoughts. So I want to replace Tyler Biadasz. I go get me a center in the first round, and then maybe get me a wide receiver. I go get me what I was saying. I give me a wide receiver in the second round. I give me a center in the first round. I give me a running back in free agency. I give me a linebacker in free agency. And you can do whatever you want with that third round. You know what I'm saying?
I like it, Landlord.
I think, bro, we need to go. We need to be aggressive with it. We need to be aggressive with it.
It makes too much sense, but the real plan for the Dallas Cowboys is that TJ Bass is going to be your center, or Brock Hoffman is going to be your center, because they believe in position flex. They had that boy TJ Bass out there in training camp, playing center a little bit.
If that's the case, what you think about wide receiver first round?
I would listen. I would go.
How about any of that order mixed with best player available?
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Fine with me. BPA is fine because
no, I'm saying like where it's the order. It's not the particular order what Landlord said. It's the players though. It's the need he said. Just depending on who there. You know what I mean? So like if it's the best receiver and he just like a steal, go on get him. And then if it's just like a super linebacker that you got to get him. Right.
You see a receiver, bro. Receiver is a big need, low key.
It is.
Because Brandon Cooks is not, he's not the
and not only that, it was what y'all said on that show 2 days ago when y'all was talking about it can't be just spam lamb, bro. Your offense can't be just one dude. Because the thing is, when that dude started pouting in the second series, what did Dak have left? After we was getting blown out, forcing it. Nothing. And then when you start forcing it, you look like you look. And now everybody blaming you. But if you kind of really look at it, it's kind of like, bruh, when your number one dropping balls, your head coach got to go talk to him because he tripping. What else you got? Yeah. See, because a lot of people, they not looking at receiver. Most people looking at just running back. But I think you do got to look at another bona fide. Try to get you like my boy from Houston that went to the Texans. Go get you a Tank Dell. But we'll be.
Don't say that, bro.
I said it. Yes, I said it.
I said it.
Bro, that's the only person I made a video about, boss. I didn't make videos about no other college players. Tank Dell was my favorite receiver coming out. I begged the Cowboys to get him, and we didn't. Okay, so I get a little emotional about that, and I see how good he was. Him in the slot in his offense, bro. Dak would have went crazy. That boy would have had 1,000 yards. Yeah,
and Dak loved route runners. But Tank Dell to Dallas, they should have got him before they got
Schoonmaker.
Easily.
Listen, hold up. This finna be quick.
Go ahead.
Hold up 1 sec. I promise I'm finna say this and then I'm done. This disappointment started at the draft, bro.
It did.
This disappointment started at the draft, bro. We weren't happy with Holly. None of that stuff we did. We wanted to be optimistic because we already knew we had a good team, but this disappointment started at the draft. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
It started.
But boys don't want to be honest though, bro, because I remember when you tried to talk about Schoon, don't believe in him, believe in him.
Blind faith.
Man, my reaction, I couldn't deny my reaction. I was like, what? What are we doing?
Had a huddle. We
put on a brave face.
His.
It was a whole lot of people. It was a whole lot of people trying to put on that brave face when they knew. It's not, and also I want to say this is not saying Schoon is not going to eventually be something.
He won't.
He could now, Henny.
Not in Dallas.
Why not?
Man,
yeah, I read about 30 years old though, boss.
So man, Schultz started out horrible. Schultz was trash.
Jake Ferguson is ready right now. Is already wide receiver. Tight end number one. And then John Stevens Jr. actually fits what we want to do vertically. Coming back in.
So you saying limited opportunities? I'm with
you. And he was John. What people aren't talking about, John Stevens Jr. was finna take Peyton Hennich's job.
Easily.
They pretty much already confirmed that had he not been hurt, Hennichot was the one was on the bubble. So like, nah, you don't think that highly of a dude, and then that you just phase him out. Like he's gonna come in here and
you
be
right.
ready.
You right, big dog.
What I
You
want to
right.
throw out there about
Because you had to give me the whole case. Now that I heard your whole case out, I can see where he could, just from the lack of opportunities, not develop like Schultz did. I see what you're saying. I want to talk about how to pick. I want to talk about my ideas on how to fix that.
Hey, let me throw this one thing out there. I wanted to piggyback on this what y'all saying about wide receiver. Because Landlord, I'm gonna do you one even better. If you get a wide receiver in the first round, how long do you control their contract?
5 years.
All right. How long would you like to extend CeeDee Lamb?
4 or 5 years.
5.
About 5 years. So you can extend CeeDee Lamb, get you a wide receiver in the first round.
Disciple him.
And disciple them, and you can swap them boys out by the time the CeeDee Lamb's contract is up.
And put 880 out on that dude 4 years later. I love it.
Now you got two strong weapons at the wide receiver.
Yeah, and you got 3 years with Dak under a new contract with 2 premier weapons. I love it.
Yeah, and
an emerging tight end with Ferg.
Yeah, and with a OC who like to throw it. Because the thing about, just keep it real, man. We can say we want to run him back all we want, but we already see what Mike McCarthy is.
I mean, Mike McCarthy.
But you say all this is a plan B though, boss. We just trying to make a plan B. Mike McCarthy is who he is though. You right. He's gonna throw the ball, y'all. He's gonna throw the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when it don't work, now we can be like, all right, Dak, we gave you a shot. Here you go, Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Here you go.
Nah, I'm with that. Lad, we already shook hands
B.
on that, big dog.
Yeah, this is just a plan B for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when Dak ain't got it, we gotta have some other option.
And even further, Mike McCarthy get lethargic when the weather's bad. His offense don't even look the same. He probably needs to be able to run the ball 30 times when we go to a Green Bay, we go to Buffalo, and the weather ain't worth a quarter. This man is extra conservative when the weather ain't good, man. We seen it. We seen him. His offense was open in the Miami game. They went up and down the field. It sprinkled a little bit, and I don't know what the hell they started running. It sprinkled a little bit in the Miami game. I don't know what the hell they was out there doing after that.
It was just humidity in the air, and he started.
hey.
Article to touch this man's forehead.
Hey, the sprinklers come on, Landlord. The sprinklers come on. Hey, listen, man. Let me get to my Dak plan, man. Y'all hogging, bro. Y'all
go ahead.
Yeah, man. Y'all be hogging on your boy, man. Y'all ain't right.
Hey, we ain't trying to do that.
It's all good though, man. No, we sure. No, I'm just talking.
Hey, but I do have to lead though. So
man, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? All right, here we go. You see how I didn't curse? I didn't curse at all.
So, hey, I got one super chat from Chris214 with a 2-piece. He said, "A hard head make a soft ass. Keep on Dan Quinn." Hey, man, Dan gotta go. Dan need to have his stuff packed. I will help him find a new job.
Man, Henny, you ain't gonna sneak back up on my Dak plan. You see how he tried to do that?
I'm gone, man.
You gotta go. All right, man. All right, we got you. All right, Henny out. I'm gonna give y'all. Give your final words, bro.
He out of here.
He had to go to work for real. Somebody had to check. Somebody checked him for the last time he was late, because that boy wasn't playing about getting out. That boy did. All right. Hold on, let me see if I got that button. I think I do. Hold on, if I do, that's gonna be fun. Let me see.
He had the skedaddle.
That boy hit the roll runner. So, all right, my Dak plan. I really want y'all to hear me out. I think Dak needs to be on the John Elway plan. So, football historians know what I'm talking about. Elway was going deep. Elway was having a lot of success with Denver. Elway could never get on the hump until they got who? Terrell Davis. So he still had the big arm. He still had the weapons. He still had everything. But in the late stages of Elway, it was about Terrell Davis taking that pressure off him, which pushed him over the hump. So I'm sick of everybody saying Dak can't get it done. Well, since Dak can't get it done, get a new plan. Stop depending on the quarterback to get it done. That's your fault.
Facts.
That's your fault. Because Elway couldn't get it done. So you got to put more around him, and we got to think like that. Another thing I'm gonna say on the Dak plan is this: develop his confidence, redevelop his confidence. Because, Landlord, you're a Spurs fan.
Absolutely.
Bruh.
That's perfect. Because the example I'm finna talk about, I think you go relate with.
Okay.
Tony Parker was not as clutch in the beginning as what he became later in his career. Yes or no?
Facts.
Yes. In the early parts of Tony being in the finals, he was. But the more reps he got, the more that you built his confidence. Tony Parker became that dude that hit that 3 on LeBron.
I about to say he couldn't even shoot at first.
How do you develop your star? See, I know a lot of people like to quit in their mind, but I don't quit. Landlord don't quit. What we go do is come up with a plan B. So this is the plan B confidence plan that I think they should do for Dak. You can look on your schedule and you can say, you know what, this opponent, even though we're not taking it for granted, I want Dak to be spicy on this game. But against bigger opponents with bigger names, bigger reputations, I'm going to pull him back into Governor Dak and then grow him and wean him into spicy Dak in big moments. Use the big games on your schedule to prepare him for playoff Dak by weaning him from being Governor Dak to spicy Dak. More specifically, have a game plan to be conservative in your bigger games, and then as the year go on, try to get him to where he can be that guy in those games, but start him off conservative. That's my confidence plan. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I like it. Because think about this. Really and truly, I think we got a false way we see star quarterbacks and like these superstar quarterbacks. It ain't many of them that do it all game and all every time they line up. Like, that ain't really what it is. What really is what makes a star quarterback, in my opinion now, I'm restructuring my mind too. They have the moments. They step up in the moments. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't have to have Dak being the catalyst all game or every game. If he able to manufacture a big play or the right play when we need it, he will be a star in this league.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he don't gotta have 800 yards a game. He don't have to do that. If you able to capture the moment and actually give us what we need when we need it, because look, I was one of the biggest critics about Josh Allen. I still don't think he's as great as they say he is. But one thing I can't take away from that young man, when they needed a play, he gave them a play. Like if you watch that last playoff game, when they needed a play, he gave them one. Like, even whether he did it with his legs or his arm, he found a way to give them a play. But like, we do gotta recognize, the only thing I got a slight pushback on what you said is like, if you gonna give them all the weapons though, boss, how you gonna govern them? See what I'm saying? How you gonna, if you gonna give them another dominant wide receiver, another big time wide receiver, you gonna have all these weapons and still govern them? How you gonna do it? So what, you gonna just let them play with them at times? Like, okay, we'll
okay, let me say it again. I'm Mike McCarthy. See, I'm Mike. All right. All right, hear me out. So I'm Mike McCarthy. And I look on the schedule. Game 1 is the Giants. Well, that Dak is finna run that offense and have at it. We gonna win and lose by you. Game 2, I'm gonna just throw this out here. The Ravens. I'm the one that's game planning because I'm Mike McCarthy. My game plan is gonna be Governor Dak. It's gonna be more conservative, right? It's not that I'm scared of the Ravens. I'm trying to develop my quarterback's confidence in big moments. You see what I'm saying? So I want to like start him off conservative and wean him into bigger responsibilities and use the season to do it. You feel me? So let's say game 3 is Washington. Well, here we go. you got it, Dak. My game plan is gonna be like, go at it, go up, do your thing. You feel me? Let's say game 5 is Kansas City or San Fran. It's gonna be Governor Dak in the beginning, but if he really in rhythm, I'ma open it up. Because now I want you to say, okay, you trust me and I'm handling it. But what I'm doing is I'm using the season to prepare you for the biggest moments later. You see what I'm saying? Because I think what's going on with Dak is not skill. Because come on now, let's not be stupid. So when we say Dak can't get it done, can't is the worst word to use, because you can't be an MVP candidate without skills. It's something in between those ears that we gotta focus on, right? We gotta do like Tony Parker. Cause see, my boy Landlord is a Spurs fan. I remember Tony Parker in them first finals. He was not the Tony Parker that went against the Miami Heat. That Tony Parker against the Heat was a man. But the Tony Parker earlier, he had all the star skills, but he didn't have it in between his ears. So you gotta, as a play caller, if we talking about running it back with Mike McCarthy and Dak, well, we gotta develop a plan to get it done. I'm not gonna accept, it's just over. I just ain't gonna accept that. I'm not gonna turn my brain off because it's hard.
Yeah, I think that's a good comment by Above right there. Dak can hoop, but they put too much on him at the end. Exactly. And then once you notice it's too much, Mr. Above, you take it off. You have another plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be able to adjust during the game. Like, we just can't go in Dak or Buzz. See, that's what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessarily the worst thing to say. We gave Dak the opportunity to be one of those ones where he could be the leader of that, you know what I'm saying, of that movement. Like, okay, he's going to lead us to the Super Bowl. We gave him that, and it didn't work out. So now we're not going to put it all on your shoulders. Like, I felt like at times Jerry and them was taking stuff away from Dak and saying, do it. That's the most craziest thing you could do.
Facts.
Why won't you help them? You see what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of the most successful quarterbacks in this league, they got weapons over there. They got weapons. Mm-hmm. Look at Burrow. Would you take our receiving core or Burrow receiving core? Would you take Buffalo weapons or our weapons? They got a good running back, good tight end, good wide receiver. They got a better offense than we do, low key, far as weapons go.
Yep.
Then who else? Philly. Look at Philly weapons. Would you take their wide receiving core or our receiving core? Like, let's be real. We don't have a Devontae Smith. That dude nice. They got an AJ Brown to kind of, match CeeDee Lamb. And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, they got a capable running back. So if you go through most of all of these other teams, they actually have legitimate weapons to go along with it. So if you don't think Dak can hold it on his shoulders, or you don't think he can lift that weight, spot the man, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Get him a spotter.
Give him a spotter. Yeah. Cause I'm like I said, I've been saying this since we lost, bro. I'm not doing the mob content, bro. I'm not doing it. Cause you know what I mean by that? Just where we just angry. We no longer trying to figure out or think how to win. It's over. I'm not doing it's like I
had to get a couple off, but I'm good now though.
It's okay to be upset, but to just all the way lay down on your team and just be like, that's it. If anything, continue to hold them accountable and challenge them. At least you're not quitting. You know what I'm saying? At least you saying what need to be said, right? Which could sometimes you can catch people at the right moment to where hard truths do go in. So
I want people to be like, man, Dak got it so easy, man. He got a great offensive line. Man, you see all them weapons he got, man. I don't care about no Dak Prescott, man. He got this, he got that.
He got that. Yeah, that's what we want.
I want them to doubt Dak and say he ain't doing nothing. Yeah, that means I put a big time team around him.
Right. Man, that's what you say. Mean. That's Jacobs, man. Since they got you right. That's perfect. That boy said
what San Francisco did. We been sitting up here sitting on our hands. Bro, what gave Dallas the hubris to not do nothing? Like, San Francisco was making big contributions to their team all year. They went and got CMC. They went and put all them picks up to go get him. You see what they said? They took the power from their quarterback. They said, hey, we ain't got the best quarterback in the world. We finna get one of the dopest running backs you've ever seen. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna go at any expense, and I'm gonna bring him in this door. What they did, when they got CMC, and the rest is history. Like, we sitting up here just chilling. We like, hey, we good.
No,
we
load
got
Dak
Prescott.
up.
We got this dude.
Load
go get
Dak up.
This is what we need to be saying right now, boss. And I thought we kind of made a little stride last year when I said, bro, go get him some weapons. I said Big Mike was going to get him a weapon. He went and got a weapon, but it wasn't the weapon. Bro, we need to be at the point right now, like I said, we are no longer accounts, Cowboy Nation. We don't care about their money at all. When we talking about improving this team, when we talking about winning, I don't want to hear nobody mention a dollar sign at all. I don't want to hear it no more because we see other franchises do this stuff. We sitting over here like, dang, how he work at the same place as me, but he got a Bentley outside. We sitting up there like, dang, how he got the same amount of money as me, but he driving a Corvette to work, or he got a $1 million chain on. Like, we don't understand how they acquiring these things. You want to know why? Because they are pulling the wool over our eyes. I do not want to be your accountant, Jerry Jones. I do not want to be up here trying to crunch these numbers. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, bro. If y'all ain't willing to go make some big time moves to improve this team, that's going to tell me everything I need to know. It's no reason why we can't use future picks. I don't care, bro. You sitting up here using picks from last year, do it again, because we still got a good team and we still in the window. Go get some people for this year. Go use next year 4th round pick, 2nd round pick. We don't care about next year. I don't care about 5 years from now either. That's just me, bro. In 5 years, we might not even have the same structure, the same foundation. We might not even be close to a championship. Who knows? So why not go for the gusto? Why not seize the moment right now? We need to be doing some aggressive things, bro. Everybody else see in the moment. Everybody else is where they feet at, except for us. Except for us.
Oh, my boy say, Boss Cowboy Sports, reload, not rebuild, man. I appreciate that correction, big dog. Because you're right.
Everybody else is
we
ready.
Need to reload.
We
need reload that clip, big dog. Yeah, for real. That's exactly what I think we need to do.
Look what Philly did. Philly went and got them a receiver.
Yeah, they went to that change Hurts. Sure did.
Philly went and got them a receiver.
Yeah, and then got
San
another.
Francisco went and got them CMC.
See, people think we crazy, right? They think we crazy, bro. They went and got AJ Brown, and then they got the receiver that got a Heisman.
Went and got Swift too. He didn't have the greatest year, but hey, they tried.
And that's their fault.
Yeah,
they ain't use him right. Big
I think
dummies.
Swift cold, low key. I ain't
Swift
gonna lie.
cold. He a free agent.
I like Swift, low key.
Man, go get Swift.
I don't
Dallas.
want to give him all the problem.
Dallas,
I like Swift, low key.
go get Swift. Yeah. I would be like, there we go. There we go.
My life, go get him. Look,
go get him.
That's a great one. That's a great one. The nation ain't gonna like it because he an Eagle.
Man,
but that's a good one. He got talent.
That's a real good one.
He got talent.
Yes.
He ain't gonna cost
He
that
low
much.
key CMC. A 1B.
He
a 1B version of CMC, bro. Catch, run, in between the tackles, explosive.
Then we can keep him healthy in Dallas.
Man, and we can keep him healthy, bro. Yes. See, we
like that plan.
See, this is the difference, though. This is the difference between our channel and what we doing and other people. Some people still mad, and I'm still mad. But the main thing we doing here is we talking about real stuff to how to get better, bro.
Yeah.
We talking about real stuff, how to get better. Because I believe you can put Dak on the Elway plan with what we talking about. Go ahead.
Me and he got a show coming up, and we did this last year. We played a role like to where I was kind of Jerry Jones and he was kind of Steven Jones, and we literally rebuild the team. I kind of want you on there, bro.
I'm on there, man.
You're gonna have to come
let
through.
me know. Just let me know.
Cause no lie, think about this, bro. If the people that follow me, if y'all seen that show, we was cooking, bro, and we got close. Like, look, I'm talking about like we gonna look at the salary cap, we gonna cut the people that's necessary, and we gonna go get free agents to try to fill our holes. Man, that show was dope, bro. And we was doing it realistically with the money that we actually have. You know what I'm saying? With the actual money, and once we cut them, Once we cut them, we get more money. And you know what I'm saying? We distribute that money out properly, and we save money for our free agents and for our draft picks. Like, we did it the full way. We built a whole team. So I was like, man, the way we talking about these solutions, we need to come together and do that show. I think that'll be crazy.
Let's do it.
I think that'll be crazy.
Good idea. I'm with it.
Money a color.
Boss Land.
Super chats.
All right, man, we gonna get these super chats, man. We ain't gonna be able to take no calls today. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, I can't take no calls today, man. I gotta get my hair cut. And my barber trying to get me to go up there. Yeah, I can do mine first. He said, turn him into Jared Goff. They talking about Dak. And I know what you mean by that. Mm-hmm. They really invested running game in Detroit. Yeah. You fix Goff, you can fix Dak. Don't play with me, man. I ain't even trying to hurt all this Dak can't. Man. You know,
instead of Dak having to do like 20 route throws, bring that down to 15.
Right.
13 route throws a game.
And just stop asking him. Just stop asking him to do it in the first place. That's my point. If you don't believe he can do it, then use your mind on how to get it done without him. I'm sick of all the negative energy with no answers. It's annoying. And then my boy Oscar say the players also don't play for each other. Me. And he talking about from early when we was talking about the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coach Moor said your assistant coaches are a reflection of your head coach. You come to Dallas for a Hollywood brand only. I read that one. And then it's a good one though, Coach. He said Jerry Jones knows 80% of fans will literally forget everything during another 12-5 season. It's facts. I'm done with my super chats.
Okay, let me tap into mine. Shout out to Chris214 with the $2 super. He said, do it make sense to let Dak play out his contract?
No.
That's not his full contract.
Let me tell you why. You gotta pay him. You gotta extend him, because guess what? He's still gonna be a top 2 MVP candidate. He still gonna have skills. He also gonna still have value.
And he also still gonna have control over your destiny.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you don't extend him, now you got to pay him all this money, and you can't get no free agents. If you do extend them, you stuck with them, but you at least free up some money so you can go get some free agents. Yeah. He got you by the short and curlies, bro.
You have to build around him, bro. Like, all this get rid of him is now. Your next attempt got to be build around him. You do. And don't trust him when he get in the playoffs. Don't. Have a plan to say, if he go in there with Dear-eyed Dak, we got a plan for it. We go give him that Cooper Rush treatment.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
If he go in there and he's Dear-eyed Dak.
Yikes. Dear-eyed Dak is mad.
No, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? If he go in there with that look he had, then you be like, okay, I see that look. We going with the Cooper Rush plan. Right? What was the Cooper Rush plan? We go keep him as a game manager, safe throws. We go run the ball until my quarterback settle in. Now, if he settle in into the third quarter and he back to spicy Dak and OG Dak, well, let's turn back on the offense. But you are a fool if you go into the playoffs with a game plan like we go win it by gunning it. That's a dumb odd. I mean, that just I've listen. I'm gonna treat you like you the young. What was the hooper I was talking about from the
Tony Parker?
Tony Parker. I'm gonna treat you like young Tony.
Okay, let me get to the next one. Mr. Corey Vaughn with the $5 super. He says, "Landlord, I'm in Auburn. Get me in that Senior Bowl. Hey, man, I just got my credentials the other day, so hey, I'm gonna be out there, man. Tap in for the win." And shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $5 super. He says, "Landlord, on the Joneses." He said, "Only the Joneses care about their money. We never had." Exactly. But we have to deal with it, and we have to discuss it every time we want something. We have to think about and talk about how broke we are, and we never get what we really, really want. We just get, we be wanting the name brand and they get us the Southern Home. I don't know if y'all got that where you from.
Yeah,
they get you the Walmart brand. You know what I'm saying? We be wanting the Fruity Pebbles, but they give you the other version.
Yeah.
So we be really want things and they never give them to us, and that need to change.
Right.
Okay. And shout out to Miss Daisy Clark. She said, I can't hear.
You just had a short. You good?
That might just be me.
Yes,
okay, I see. That's my sound is. I thought connection this up. Hold on. Miss Daisy Clark hit me with a $9.99. She said, "Greatest show, guys. I love this team, but they need a run game to help Dak and a number 2 wide receiver to match CD. It pains me to see Dak and CD argue. I just want to know who we fix it with." Yeah, I agree. That's them 2 of our best moves that we said that we need to fix this team. A wide receiver 2 and a good running back. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll be able to stomach
a scary number
we'll have
2.
to go back. Yeah. It'll have to be a significant number 2. We're not gonna get the swing in the coaching. We're gonna have to get it in the personnel.
Yep, we got to get it in the players. We got to load them up. You got to give them 6 number 1s.
Straight up.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was it for mine too.
All right, so y'all already know what it is. No, that ain't the one. I ain't gonna do it wrong this time. I'm gonna do it right. Even if I gotta wait. Let's go. Birdie. We'll do it right. Yes, indeed, man. You know I'm gonna kick it off first, man. Obviously, man, these are hard times for Dallas. I'm not gonna tell everybody to feel better, cheer up, or nothing like that after what happened. But I will say, let's be very careful that we don't get into kind of like a negative Nancy ass attitude to where our brains stop trying to think of ways to get this team better. Okay? We do recognize that we have a controlling front office. We do recognize that likely we gonna see a lot of the same lack of discipline because these coaches that we have are player friendly. So let's not turn off our brains, because guess what? We gonna be Cowboy fans when all these players gone.
Facts.
So it's up to us to manage our fandom, and you can't manage your fandom if you quit. So it hurt, but don't quit. That's my final words. And hold on, I got another super chat. He said, "Brothers, please break down on Dan Quinn play call style, the bullshit, soft shell fit." Oh man, listen, he tuned out. I'm gonna just say it how it is. He was checked out. To me, that's how his play calling looked. It didn't make no sense. Plus, I felt like he was kind of catering to the show of Gilmore, and he overthought it. You know, and on top of that, it's too much entitlement on this team, so they came in flat.
True. But yeah, I say, man, like you said, we in trying times right now. You know what I'm saying? We felt like we had a solid team coming in. You know, we lost a close game last year, and it looked like we regressed a little bit. But we still got some pretty decent foundational pieces on this football team. And like you said, Dak, boss, to your point, Dak is not a talent thing with these dudes. That's the scariest part to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a talent thing. It's a performance thing. It's a mindset thing. It's a moment thing. Like, you said you wanted to seize the moment, but we did not do that. So that's a problem to me. That's an issue to me. And the biggest thing we can do, like you said, we can boost him up. We can get more around him so he won't feel obligated to make sure he shock the world or take over or feel like he belongs.
Start pressing.
Start pressing and trying to make something out of nothing. Except for, look at what John Love went through. He didn't have to make nothing out of nothing. He had it all there. So, you know what I'm saying? He had 17 yards of separation. So he didn't have to do all of this improv and hoping for the best type stuff. So, man, Mike McCarthy under year 2, hopefully that get better year 2 in this offense, and we get more weapons, get a better run game, improve on the O-line. And I think I feel better, man. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a drastic swing. It's looking like I'm not going to get it in the coaching. But if I can get a drastic swing in the players, go get me a big-time linebacker, go get me a big-time running back, or some along them lines. Maybe you can even trade for a gangster wide receiver. I ain't even think about that, but you need to do something along them lines to improve this team drastically, man. And I think we'll be able to sleep at night and feel like we got a better shot going into 2024. But that's my final word, man.
My boy Wee-Woo said, "Boss, I feel robbed by this team."
Me too.
We was robbed, bro.
We ain't even have no center, and we running up the middle. Make it make sense.
We ain't quitting, though. That's one thing we not doing.
That was good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stop putting out their ideas. Sure, because Mike McCarthy right now, he's schoolmaker. We still got to win with him. He's ours. So, I'm not with the crime. Let's get it.